Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we are proud to welcome to Wednesday night racing action here with the
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year. It's time for the QRL Playoff Series. We are here at Darlington, the Lady in Black. The track too tough to tame. 120 laps here to be had tonight. And I'm joined once again by your favorite, Jared, the Showboat Kelly. Jared, how's it going on over there tonight?
Man, I am thrilled to be back in the booth tonight. Couldn't make it last week. I was doing some other stuff, but I heard it was a good broadcast. The only thing missing was me, but I'm glad to be back.
That's right, Jared. I'm glad to have you back. I feel like I'm back whole as a person. Like when you're gone, I felt like there was something missing in my life. But now that you're back in the booth with me, I can really feel like I'm a whole person again. So, Jared, I want to say a big shout out to you for that.
Yeah, no problem, man. They say this track's too tough to tame, not only for the drivers, but for the broadcasters. So I'm here to help you out the best way I know I can.
Right on, Jared. Well, this is the first race in the playoff series here for the QRL Xfinity Series. The drivers that made it, I have a very crude playoff list over here to the right, but we're going to go down the list and check. So we have Nathan Maurer in the 971, Mitch Diamond in the 65. David Owens is going to be number 11. The number 14 of Peter Dunn. Number 15 of Alex McWhorter. Number 17 of Sam Milliken. The number 82 of Matt Opplinger. Number 24 Ty Killa. The number 99 of Robert Richards. The number 2 of Brandon Shelton. The number 98 of Joseph Fulpis. And the 04 Jonathan Wright. So those are the drivers. Keep an eye out tonight. It is win and you're in system also for the playoffs, so keep that in mind as we watch the race continue. And it looks like Anthony Moss Jr. is going to be taking that pole position, Jared, with that 29-second run there. And following him right behind on the front row is going to be Jamie Graham.
Yeah, didn't really get to see Jamie Graham last week, brand new driver, but I got a whole view of Anthony Moss Jr. yesterday in the truck series. He's a very good driver behind the wheel. Looking forward to see what he can do here as he leads the field to green.
All right, it looks like we got 21 drivers here tonight in the Darlington race. I think Nate Maurer is a no-show. Jared, is that correct?
Yeah, and I believe Brandon Shelton is a no-show as well. So 2 playoff drivers already not here. It's going to have to dig themselves out of hole. Maybe some of our championship favorites, but we got a race to call here, Kevin, and they're going to approach the Geico restart zone. Anthony Moss Jr., Jamie Graham, green flag up in the air. We're racing throwback weekend at Darlington.
That's right, Jared, and here they come into the turn 1. This track has different radius turns for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, so keep an eye on different lines as the night goes on.
Yeah, Anthony Moss Jr. there really wanted to slide right up in front, and Jamie Graham there going into 1. Couldn't quite get there, but Jamie Graham let him get the position out of turn 2. And I gotta say, the easiest way to gain a position here is when a driver gets loose out of 2, so let's watch that as maybe some of those drivers in the mid-pack near the end, they're gonna get real loose coming out of that second corner.
All right, Jared. Well, thanks for getting me settled in here. I'm still getting some things dialed in over here on my end, but I think we are good to go right now.
Yeah, single file all throughout the field. It just looks like one giant little snake. But we got guys who are hungry, try and get up front, get into that top 5, maybe get some bragging points, but everyone's here to win. Everyone's here to advance into the playoffs, but you gotta remember there's 2 more races left to go to try and get to the next round.
Yeah, looks like everyone's taking it easy right now, just filling out the track. This track is tough, so you got to watch getting into that wall. Also trying to find clean air to keep the downforce on that car. So these drivers are going to have a handful tonight as they battle it out to get into those positions for the playoffs. for the round 2. But for these playoff drivers, especially like Ty Killa, they're looking forward to a good run this year. They fell a little short last season, but every season's a new chance for these drivers to prove themselves. As we take a look right now, Terry Murphy and Sam Milliken battling out in the back of the field. Sam Milliken's got that beautiful looking paint job on that throwback car. Let's see if we get a good look of that.
Oh, 99 gets loose. He's going to come back into the field, back her down.
Oh,
that could have been awful.
He saved it, Jared. Is that what happened?
Yeah, he saved it. Got real loose coming off the 2. Nose pointed straight towards the wall. He corrected it, got the power down on it, but he's at the back of the field with a pair of scuffed tires, and that's not going to go well for Robert Richards.
Yeah, Jared, Robert Richards going to fall back 9 positions, going to end up in P18 right now, started the day off at P9, so that's unfortunate for Robert Richards in that 99 car, Toyota Supra. All right, we got door-to-door racing right now. 98 of that is Joseph Vulpes, I believe. Yes, Vulpes and Owens go battling it out right here on the front stretch. And there is Peter Dunn in that 14 car. All 3 of these drivers are playoff drivers, so keep an eye on that.
Yeah, watch the run this 14 gets, see if he takes it. Looks like he got the power down. He's going to let David Owens get back into his groove. Not going to stress him out too much. Long race to go.
All right, another close battle is Terry Murphy. We'll take a look at that line for aggression. Ty Killa's leading that line. Mitch Diamond behind him. Terry Murphy, Milliken, all running a nice single file line, clicking off these laps right now. And that's back battle for P10. A little bit further back and right. There's Robert Richards just taking a quick look. He's battling out, trying to regain momentum, getting himself back on track. But the story right now is Anthony Moss Jr. is out in the lead. That number 9 car looking good. Right behind him is Jamie Graham in that 900 car. Jamie Graham is a rookie. He had a great season. I don't think he qualified because he didn't have enough races. Kind of joined later on in the season there. Jonathan Wright's going to be picking up P3 in that 04 car, and that is a playoff driver. But David Owens looking his way around Vulpes. Owens looks like he's in a hurry here.
Yeah, he definitely is. He feels as though he's faster, but that's a teammate on Tuesday night, and I think Thursday night in the truck, but I think tonight they're on separate teams, part of the QRL, so look for this to be a battle. But watch the lines they're running. We saw on Sunday and Saturday people would ride up against the wall on corner entry and corner exit. But you're going to see these drivers tonight, they're going to be more diamonding the corner, entering low, sliding up the racetrack up near the wall, and then down to the bottom of the racetrack to make sure they don't get up into the wall and give the old lady in black a Darlington stripe. Think further back, the Mitch Diamond in the 65 just made a pass on Terry Murphy in the 18.
Yeah, it looks like he snuck the position away from him, and now he's going to be working on Ty Killa now.
Yeah, he made the move on the exit of the corner out of turn 4 and onto the front straightaway. I think he's going to try and work his way, time it out perfectly for Ty Killa. He gets the run here, and he's going to look down to the inside. Got to make this pass quick on corner entry.
Looks like maybe Ty Killa might have lifted a little bit to give him room. Didn't want to get involved in the accident right there.
Heads up driving from everyone here in the QRL, especially our playoff drivers trying to have a clean run. Oh, he's up in the wall.
Ty Killa up in the wall. Yeah.
Running a little too high there. Sam Milliken's going to try and clear him going into 1, but watch this 82 of Hopplinger also take advantage of the mistake there in 3 and 4.
And that's what it's all about here, is taking advantage of mistakes drivers make. They are going to happen time to time. You just need to be able to have to be there and be ready to pounce. You got to take advantage of that.
Well, we can put that on our list for how many Darlington stripes. I believe that's one that we've seen so far. Who knows how many there actually has been tonight, but that's one recorded Darlington stripe, Kev.
All right, we'll have to keep that tally, Jared. I think that tally sheet's going to get awfully big as the night goes on and these tires wear out. But it looks like Robert Richards just passed up Scotty Estep there in the 948 with no problem, as Scotty Estep seems to be having a little bit of an issue as he loses some more time, and that number 34 car, Robert Babcock, seems to be looking for a move also on Scotty.
Yeah, and while you were talking about Scotty Estep, Terry Murphy got a little bit up into the wall out of turn 2, and Sam Milliken jumped on the chance to get around him. So change of positions there for P9. But I think we gotta admire this 17 car, this throwback paint scheme with an old Otterbox looking logo on the quarter panel. That car was looking great today.
Yeah, Jared well said. Sam been showing that car off, giving us his little sneak tease in the Discord, and it does look amazing out here on track here at Darlington. All right, looks like David Owens is looking for his next victim, and that's exactly going to be the 69 car of that Viagra Ford Mustang. Looks like David Owens is looking to put a damper on that spirits of that number 69 Viagra car of Christopher Knott. If you go on board with David. Oh, I'm sorry, Christopher. I do want to get to David, though. He's going to make a pass here. You can just hear him fluctuate that throttle, Jared, getting out of that corner. Very easy to get the car loose under power. As he gets the 69 loose there just a little bit, taking a little bit of air off of that spoiler.
Yeah, he's going to have to try and make a run here down the front straightaway. Doesn't look like he's going to get him, but he's going to peak again going through turns 1 and 2. A little bit wider and longer corner, easier to handle than 3 and 4. Oh.
David's just going to get underneath his fender here as they go into turn 3. All right,
they're going to be side by side through the tightest corner here.
And they're both do a great job. Stay off the wall there by Christopher Knott, but don't look now. But Peter Dunn and that Canadian Tire Toyota Supra is looking to capitalize.
He's going low. Watch this. Make sure there's not an issue here. He's going to let him by. Oh, got loose there out of turn 2.
Yeah, just a little bit there.
Back forward, back.
And that's going to let Christopher Knott back into the game there just a little bit, but
he slides right up in front of him.
Yeah, almost touches the wall there, but great job there by Peter Dunn being able to get that pass completed. All right, looks like Jamie Graham's making some more headway on to Anthony Moss Jr. That black 900 Chevrolet is starting to gain more and more ground on Anthony Moss Jr. right now.
What about the 04 Jonathan Wright just behind them? 1.73 seconds behind Anthony Moss Jr., but he's slightly been making ground for this tire run. He's been saving his tires, but we're pretty close to the pit window, so if he's going to get close, he's got to get close pretty fast and jump on the opportunity to pit in front of these guys. Maybe short pit, get in front of them, get the track position in the clean air.
Yeah, Jared, as we saw last weekend, clean air is king, especially for the Cup cars, but same can be said for these Xfinity cars. Any downforce or any clean air you can get is really going to be beneficial, but with the little bit more horsepower and smaller tires, narrower tires on these cars, they're a little more handful.
Oh, trust me, Kevin, I know. Talking about modifieds for the Dirt Series, 8-inch tire. Some of those guys carrying around 700 horsepower to handle those tires. It can be a handful, and but then guys know how to do it. They know how to do it well, and it's just part of racing.
All right, it looks like we already have. Oh, that's right. And then we see Jack Staval on your ticker. I think he is race control for the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, Jack's, I've heard, been doing a really good job watching restarts, making sure people are following the rules of the restart zone.
Looks like Terry Murphy is going to be having trouble against Matt Alfinger as they go door to door coming out of this turn, but Terry Murphy's going to take that position away from Alfinger. Now Ty Killa Behind, Oppinger's looking for his way around. Stykilla hits the wall just a little bit. You see the concrete dust bounce off that safer barrier wall.
Yeah, I'm talking about these guys. I did see Jamie Graham get up to the wall when he was battling Anthony Moss Jr. Lost a lot of time there. Great gain for Jonathan Wright in the 04, but tires are starting to wear out. Handling's maybe going a little bit out the window, having to back off the corners maybe a little bit, save some of that tire. Oh, as Terry Murphy gets up into the wall as well, right in front of Tykilla.
We're on board with Terry Murphy right now. We're just going to take a look at just kind of how his line looks, how close that rear of that car gets to that outer wall. As you can see and hear the engine and how these drivers are being able to control that throttle as he just almost scrapes again, gets a little loose, old Terry Murphy, but great job there by all the guys and gals in the CAVOK production booth there in the truck, putting these cameras on all these cars as he just barely is touching that wall. Great job there by Terry Murphy. But
yeah,
he's
from a driver's perspective, he's definitely getting tight there, trying to stay in front of these two guys in front of him as Tykilla's going to make the jump on Matt Opplinger. Almost touched right behind him, but that's going to give some breathing room for Terry Murphy from those guys trying to race side by side, but he pancakes the wall hard.
Yeah, there goes Terry Murphy losing spots now to Tykilla, Matt Oppinger.
Yeah, that hard of a hit, that composite body's not going to bounce back and go back into place. It's definitely going to leave a dent, going to make him tighter than he once was. But right behind him, the 99, Robert Richards, making a little bit of a comeback from that early slip up out of turn 2 early in this race.
Yeah, he just passed up Robert Babcock there and is now making his way up to the field. Now, next person in line for him is going to be Terry Murphy as Robert regains that momentum at 99.
Yeah, Terry Murphy's really struggling with the handling of that car. He's really tight out of turn number 2, getting to the gas probably a little too early, trying to catch guys in front of him. And I don't think he just has enough tire, and the damage is definitely not helping the handling of that race car.
And then just speaking of Robert Babcock, he regains his position over Robert Richards. Robert must have had a little bobble there as we see the 34 UPS Ford Mustang. Oh, as 18 gets in the wall hard.
That's going to be a yellow. No!
Terry, oh my God, the humanity, Terry. Look out, everybody on front row on the backstretch there. Oh, as he tows that car into the pit lane, that car is going to be damaged, but that's going to bring our first caution out of the night here at Darlington Speedway. This is going to be a great chance for drivers to get fresh tires, reset here as we go back to green flag racing here at lap 28. Pit drivers going to be coming for pit for fresh Goodyear Eagles and a fresh tank of Sunoco fuel. All right, Jared, I'm going to rewind this and take another look here at old Terry Murphy. Here you can see Terry, little too much power into the wall, slams into that outer wall, loses control, tries to hang on to it, but just runs the front end right into the inner wall, Jared. Spins back out into live traffic, hits that rear end against the wall. Luckily, it wasn't anyone else was collected in that accident as you see Scotty Estep come flying by. But that is unfortunate for that number 18. Let's go ahead and let's get another look here from the cockpit view. Let's see what exactly Terry saw. Oh, vicious hit by Terry, but looks like he's still able to control the car. His hands are moving, so hopefully he has consciousness after that huge hit into the wall. But going back to our live broadcast, Jared, we got pit stops galore as you see everyone coming in for those 4 fresh tires and a oh, 98's having trouble getting in his pit stall. Comes in real crooked, just barely got it in there. That's what she said. But we're at lap 30 here out of 120. Pit stops are commencing. We see who the winners and losers are coming out of pit lane.
Yeah, Jamie Graham getting out first, followed by David Owens. Peter Dunn in that 3rd position. Mitch Diamond and Joe Volpus going to be your top 5. Anthony Moss Jr.'s been in the pits for a long time. Don't really know what happened there. Maybe a speeding penalty coming to pit road. That would be awful.
Definitely has some. He's definitely got the Darlington stripe on that right side of that vehicle, Jared, as he's definitely reached out and touched the wall.
Yeah, and I just heard it over the radio between him and David Owens. Just a little bit of damage getting up to the fence. It said he still had a fast race car, but figured he might as well get the damage repaired while having this yellow.
Oh, and I love Graham McGriven's number 33 Quaker State Ford Mustang there. That touches my a sweet spot in my heart there. I know it's awfully cold, but that Quaker State paint job really warms my heart as Daniel Suarez drove that car, that same color scheme in the Cup Series race. Hopefully he has better luck than old Suarez.
Yeah, as we're talking about paint schemes, I did my research and looked back through the Discord chat, and Sam Milliken in the 17. It is a throwback to Jimmy Spencer's Camel cigarette car, one of his favorite combos ever to be on the NASCAR racetracks.
Great information there, Jared. As always, thank you for that hard work you do on and off the track.
Well, as the pace car lights are still on, I think I'm going to go upstairs and grab myself a nice, cool, refreshing water. So hopefully I can get back before we go green. So I will be right back.
All right, Jared. As Jared goes gets that refreshing, ice cold water, we are going to take you get some great shots of this track. Because there's Matt. I was going to say Mitch Diamond in an 04, but that is Jonathan Wright. They are teammates running that badass paint jobs scheme. There we go. There's Jonathan Wright. There's Jonathan Wright. Love the paint job there, Jonathan Wright. Looking good. As I think we're going to get ready to go back green flag racing as these guys are getting it all straightened out. Yes, the pace car lights are off as we get ready to go here back to live racing with fresh tires.
All right, I'm back.
All right, Jared is back. Thank goodness. I was running out of things to talk about, but the lights are off. We're going to be going back live racing here at lap 33 out of 120 here at Darlington Speedway. That was our first caution of the race as Jamie Graham and David Owens are on the front row. Peter Dunn and Mitch Diamond lead us second row. And there's Joseph Vulpes in the 69 of Knott. All right, and away you go.
Jamie got the jump there on David Owens. Didn't give him the chance to be side by side with him going into turn one. It's going to leave the first lane right open. Mitch Diamond getting that third position while Peter Dunn slipping into the wall. Mitch Diamond up the wall. Oh, Joe Vulpes. Big wreck. Big contact. That's the
and
whole
they're still
field.
wrecking. They're still wrecking, Jared. Oh, the humanity as the 15 skies by. There's Sam looking at the 17 trying to get it straightened out. The 24 Tycoon looks like no worse for wear, but what a huge wreck off the restart, Jared. Oh, my. Wow. All right, Jared, I'm going to take this thing back and see if we can find out what happened here.
Oh, Mitch Diamond gets a little bit of help from Peter Dunn and just can't hold on to it there. Got a lot of help getting into the wall and getting into the I think that's I can't tell who that is, the UPS car.
That's gonna be Robert Badcock, I believe.
Yeah, he got into him rolling backwards. Sam Milliken involved.
Did Mitch Diamond get the worst of that wreck? Is that what I'm seeing here?
Yeah, Mitch Diamond definitely got the worst of it. Also Joe Vulpes too.
Oh, two playoff drivers and Sam
Jonathan
Milliken.
Wright.
Jonathan
Wright.
Oh no, right. Oh my gosh, Jared. I can barely look at this replay. Oh my gosh, 4 playoff drivers at least getting collected into that accident. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Opplinger getting in through scot-free. Anthony Moss Jr. and Robert Richards made a little bit of door banging. Ty Keela, Graham McGivern making it through, Alex McCorder, and I believe that's Christopher Knott as well, or Chris Smith in the 37, getting through there, along with David Owens, Jamie Graham, and Peter Dunn, who unfortunately I would say started that incident getting to the bumper. Mitch Diamond probably a little too fast than he was expecting to. Just unfortunate contact there.
Yeah, Jared, I mean, fresh tires on there, they're cold. I mean, I'm sure some drivers are trying to take it easy going there to turn one. I mean, that's just racing. That's unfortunate. I know some drivers are, any talk on the chatter on the radio there, Jared, is everyone kind of hanging in there?
It seems to be a little calm. It's calm, I guess is a good word for it. But yeah, it definitely a breather there after that huge wreck coming out of turn 2. Almost reminds me of the Chastain and Larson contact from Sunday.
Yeah, but they weren't door to door, were they? It was more of a hit from behind, wasn't it? They got old Mitch Diamond loose there a little bit more, caused that, or was they side by side?
It was bumper to bumper action, so maybe it was Logano and Byron from
There
last
you go.
year's
There you go.
Goodyear 400.
Yeah, Chastain, I'm a fan of Chastain, but yeah, that one was just, you send it in there, you know you're going to run up in the wall and there's a car right on your door. You know, you're going to wreck if you just keep it floored, but hey, I don't know.
Some people drive with their cars, some people drive with talent. That's all I got to say.
There you go, straight from the mouth of our how many time winner, Jared?
In the Cup Series?
I mean,
two.
Okay, 2-time Cup Series winner.
Basically, not official, but basically champion of the Bonfire ARCA Series.
Oh, Jared, and then how many guys are running that ARCA Series there, or did you beat there for that championship?
I think there's been 12 or 13 guys that have ran in it.
Oh, okay. Good to hear. Yeah, we need to get that. I guess that night's a little rough to get drivers. I know I used to drive in it. I just got busy with everything I'm doing, but hopefully you can find some more drivers here for the next season. But I will be working on your trophy or placard that I will have for you.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll make it official here first, just from our Bonfire guys watching. We won't be driving the ARCA car or the Gen 4 car next season. We won't even be driving on asphalt. We will be driving on the dirt in the Pro Lake models all throughout the circuits on dirt. So maybe some Chili Bowl, Fairbury, Eldora, but introducing the dirt world that I know to the Bonfire guys who love the asphalt. We're going to introduce that, but we're going to go back racing here at Darlington.
Oh, Scotty Estep trying to find his way back in line. Are they going to throw a caution or make it last one more time around? I'm not sure. We're going to see what happens on that, but 900 gets a great start. I saw Scotty Estep trying to find his pace back in line. I'm not sure that's going to cause any issues, but here they go.
Yeah, behind this pack, Ty Keela and Alex McCorder getting up to the fence there, racing side by side.
There
really
they are.
Close battle there off of 2.
Yeah, and you see Anthony Moss Jr. there go below the apron there, that white line, a little bit different line that they're running, but especially when you have a car on your outside, you got to figure out something to do. But there you see Alex going to have a better momentum off that turn. As Dave Kirkpatrick, almost gets in the wall again. Drivers are taking evasive action, trying to get around Dave in that 27 genuine draft car.
Yeah, I'm watching them get really close to the wall there off of 2, but I was going to say this isn't like Daytona or Talladega where that white dotted line, that's not a requirement, that's a suggestion. So you can definitely go under that, kind of cut that corner a little bit and try and slide right up in front of them, pull an old slide job. That really gets some people going.
Yeah, this track is a pretty tricky track. I mean, just looking at it, it's very narrow driving grooves to really make passes and lines. You can see how tight it is. As the 15 gets loose, keeps control of it, but he's going to lose positions as he loses 3 positions right now to Anthony Moss Jr., 99 to Robert Richards, and the 34 Robert Babcock. That's Alex McCorder dropping back further in the field. But Dave Kirkpatrick's holding tight right there, door to door with Robert Richards.
Yeah, I think that was more evasive maneuvers. The 27 got a little bit up into the wall there out of 2. He's stuck on this top lane. He can't get down. He's going to make contact with the 34, but they keep going straight. But he's really struggling on exit when he's racing people side by side.
Dave's got a lift because Alex and him almost touch. Dave's just got to settle down there, just get the car going down the track straight. Is now Alex McCord's trying to get around the 34, but you look back further up in the field, Jamie McGram, David Owens, and the number 14 of Peter Dunn are running 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, this is the closest we've ever seen people run here at Darlington tonight. We've been kind of focusing on the battles in the mid-pack and kind of in the back of the pack, but up front. Oh, and there's a yellow.
Yeah, Jared, I saw something happen with Robert Babcock. He got down to the apron. I'm not sure, though, what exactly happened. We might need to check with race control, see exactly what happened. I don't see anything on my sheet that shows any accidents or contacts.
McCorder tried to do his slide job, kind of got up into the door. They both go for a little bit of a spin, but both keep it straight.
You know what? I think it was race control throwing a flag, thinking it was going to be a worse wreck than what it was, as the 34 was able to save it from going into that inner wall by the RV and all the fans there, luckily for them. But I think that's what happened there with the 34, Jared.
Yeah, I'm going to say you're right, but we're going to have pit stops here. Jamie Graham going to come down pit road, get 4 fresh Goodyear tires, see if anybody follows him. And it looks like everyone stays out, but the 34 also going to come down pit road, had a little bit of a slide. He's going to go down and try and get fresh tires, maybe a little bit of damage repaired. Along with, I believe that's Jonathan Wright going down pit road, missing his hood, and who's that right behind him? Joe Volpis as well. Gonna try and get more of that damage repaired.
All right, Jared, I'm gonna pull up our playoff drivers real quick just to get everyone familiar with who is in the playoffs and where they're standing at the moment with our very high technology playoff list here that I have made. All right, so don't pay any attention to Nathan Maurer. He is not here tonight, but there is. Okay, let's take a look. Let's check in with Mitch Diamond and see what's going on after that huge accident. He is still in the pit lane. Let's see how long has he been in pit lane for, Jared. Oh my, 8 minutes and 50 seconds, Jared, after that huge hit he took earlier. That is unfortunate for the number 65 of Diamond, as he is, I'm not sure how many laps down he is at the moment, but let's go with our next driver, David Owens. Let's check in David Owens. David Owens is leading that group right now at P1. Very great job there by the number 11, David Owens. And our next driver on the list is Peter Dunn, that number 14 car right behind David there, P2. Great job also there by Peter Dunn. Next driver, Alex McCorder, checking in with Alex. That number 15, Jets Pizza car. A little scraped up there, but looking like he's still in good shape. Sam Milliken, our next playoff driver. Ooh, Sam's not looking too good, Jared. I'm glad we got a good shot of his car earlier before the damage was done. Sam's not having a good day. Matt Alpinger is our next playoff driver. Let's take a look at how he's doing tonight. Find him. Okay, Matt's running pretty good. P4 at the moment. Tykilla, that number 24 car. P6. He's running P6. And Robert Richards, that 99 car that had a little slip up earlier, rebounded, is now in P8. Brandon Shelton's not here tonight. Joseph Vulpus, that was involved with that incident. Things are a little crooked. Not looking great in that Geico military number 98 Mustang car, but hey, he's still on the track, getting some pit work done, trying to repair that car. And Jonathan Wright in the 04, also pretty banged up there, Jared. But that is our rundown of the playoff drivers for the QRL Xfinity Series.
Yeah, looking pretty good for David Owens leading this field as the pace car lights are going to turn off. With it being winning you're in, he's sitting pretty good. He's got to do this for probably another 70 laps or so. But how about Peter Dunn? Had a phenomenal performance on the road course at Watkins Glen, showing his talent here at the Darlington. I'm not going to say it's road course-ish, because that'd just be wrong for me to say on an oval, but braking going into 3 and 4, maybe a little bit of trail braking going into 1 and 2, but he's got I think they're going to get single file, at least this front row, but that second row is going to be a little tougher to try and get single file.
They're on the back stretch. There we go. I have a hard time. That's a hard time finding.
Here we go, pace car.
Yep.
Yeah, we're thinking the same thing there, Kevin. Almost in sync there. But
Hey.
David Owen's gonna get a huge, I guess, a gap coming to the Geico restart zone. Then Peter Dunn, he's gonna take off running, and the 69 of Christopher Knott gonna follow in suit. Gonna be racing side by side with Peter Dunn. Matt Opplinger gonna be going to the bottom as well. Going to try and get the position on Peter Dunn, but if he's learned anything from Mitch Diamond, it's you don't want to push too hard and get into the back bumper of someone going into 2.
Yeah, well, still said there, Jared, but we got the number 9, Anthony Moss Jr. and Robert Richards battling out door to door. Robert Richards lets off as he comes back now up on the top. Anthony Moss Jr. has nowhere to go. Robert Richards keeps it off the wall. Great job by these two drivers battling out side by side.
Yeah, gave Anthony Moss Jr. a break there. Definitely would have had the momentum coming out of turn number 4. He's going to try and regain the speed, save a little bit of tires. They're going through 3 and 4. As Alex McCorder right behind him is going to try and catch up to these guys. All these guys on older tire than Jamie Graham. He's going to be on brand new tires.
Oh, Robert Richards hit the wall. Yep, we're on board with that hit. That's unfortunate for Robert.
3 wide. Oh, they were really close to 3 wide, but they're not.
Alex does a great job of not running over Robert with his bobble. Alex just being patient because there is a lot of race length left here with only 50 laps down at 120. So biding his time as Alex waiting for the time to pounce.
And if you think about it there, Jamie on brand new tires got a 2-for-1 there when Robert Richards got up into the fence. But Graham McGivern in the 33 on the front straightaway, racing Ty Keela for that, believe it's the maybe 12th position.
Ty Keela is running P5 right now.
Oh, so Graham McGivern, I think, is the last. Oh, nope, it's showing right now on my timer. He's 6th. Okay,
Yeah.
I was just lost.
No, Graham's hanging in there right now, Jared. He pitted, got fresh tires on that car, lap 43. Oh, no, that was Jamie. Jamie, you're right. Jamie Graham's on those fresh tires. So is Jonathan Wright and Joseph Fulpis, but those cars are damaged. So keep an eye on how their races can continue as they are on the lead lap still, Jonathan Wright and Joseph.
Yeah, Graham's just falling back now. Slowed up Alex McCorder there as well.
Now the battle for P2 is getting heated up there. Christopher Knott holding on to P2, but Peter Dunn making him work, making him defend that line. He's living rent-free right now in Christopher Knott's head.
And the more these two guys battle out with each other, it's just going to increase the gap to David Owens for that first position. Matt Opplinger getting that front row seat to this battle as they're going to be bumper to bumper here going into 3 and 4. If Peter wants this done, he's got to make the move going into 1. He's peeking. Did a little bit of a peek there, seeing if he can get the run going down the front straightaway into 1. Couldn't quite get it, but he's keeping the pressure on that 69 car.
Oh, baby, they are close, racing door by door. Gets on the left rear quarter fender of that Viagra car. It's the Canadian Tire where the rubber meets the road. These two might have something in common with Viagra and tires and rubbers, but he's not going to let them go by too easily as that number 69 car gets off the corner pretty well, but he's not slow off the corner. Here comes Peter Dunn. Gets the door position on the 69.
Gonna be side by side going into 3. Peter's going to try and send it in there and slide right up in front. They make
Oh,
contact.
and he does, Jared. Holy moly, he gets away with that one.
Yeah, big break for the Peter Dunn in that 14 car. Definitely could have been an issue there, could have forced the issue, but luckily these drivers are very disciplined for the guys that run up front.
We're on board right now with Jamie Graham as Anthony Moss Jr. is trying to make the move. And to right behind Anthony Moss Jr. is Ty Killa. And there in the background, you see Robert Richards also moving on up as these guys are trying to get every position they can.
Yeah, there's 9 laps different on tires between Jamie Graham and Anthony Moss Jr.
Mitch Diamond still in the pits repairing that, getting more damage repaired. And he's having a tough day for their Mitch Diamond. So that's just a recording on that number 65 driver for all you fans out there. All right, another battle heating up here is between Scotty Estep and Dave Kirkpatrick. These guys are battling out right now for P13. And there is Sam Milliken in the back, further back. He had a rough day racing that, like Jared likes to say, that modified car. But with this new damage profile, it's pretty neat looking how these cars are damaged models work. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Dave Kirkpatrick got a little loose there coming out of turn number 4. Kind of went to the middle of the front straightaway. Trying to collect that car back up together. But it's a long race to go. 58 laps out of 120. Oh, and the 34 gets into the wall. Hard hit to the inside wall. That's going to be our next yellow.
Yeah, he's slow on the track, Jared. Slow on the track. Great call. I was trying to find the 34 a little quicker there, but we'll get you to some footage as that 34 brings out the 4th caution of the night with lap 60. Jared, you keep an eye on pit stops here. I'm going to rewind this for everybody out there at home to see what exactly happened. All right, single car incident. Looks like he's just going to get loose. He's off the throttle there. Looks like he slams the wall, pancakes that wall, like you like to say, Jared. Then back into the inner wall, plows into that inner barrier wall. Doesn't collect anyone as Dave Kirkpatrick and Scotty Estep make it by him safely. But that's probably going to be the end of the 34th day, or at least set him back. But that's not what the UPS car wanted to see today, as he's gonna definitely need he might have started off with white pants, but he might have brown ones after that incident.
Well, Sam Milliken in the 17 getting the lucky dog, getting the wave around right now. Probably gonna come back in, try and maybe duct tape a front bumper or maybe a hood on that car.
Yeah, sure. He's gonna need a lot more than duct tape, I think, to get that thing back to aerodynamics. But surprised that thing's running, Jared.
But David Owens, Peter Dunn leaving pit road, followed by Jamie Graham and Christopher Knott in the 69, with Robert Richards in the 99 making his comeback after that slip up.
Yeah, but that Robert Richards car, it doesn't look too good, Jared. Looks pretty beat up. That car is not clean as David Owens and some of the other drivers out there.
Speaking of David Owens, why don't we pull him on in here into the booth?
Hey, it sounds like a great idea.
David Owens, it's Jared Kelly and Kevin Kyle up in the CAVOK booth. You got me?
I got you on the care, boys. How y'all doing?
We're doing great, man. You're running up front right where you want to be in the playoffs, try and win and you're into the next round. Tell me, are you freaking out? You stressing out in that car a little bit with how many cautions we've got?
Absolutely. I am not the greatest at this track, so I'm absolutely surprised I'm doing this well right now, honestly.
Well, you're looking great. I don't want to keep you too long. I know you need to focus on your race. We just want to pull you in here, see how you're doing. So good luck for the rest of the race for you, man.
I appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Yep.
Thank you. Oh, great job there, Jared, getting our drivers into the booth there. I know we haven't done it lately, but once again, Jared, great job on and off the track.
Well, as my friend group likes to say, it's too easy for guys like us. But we wouldn't be having this video or these cameras without you, Kev. So this is a two-man job, and we can't even forget about the whole team behind us with Restream, Pim Luth, Chris Smorrell, and I can't forget Peter Lee.
Oh no, can't forget Peter. Big shout out there to Peter Lee. We definitely miss him on Sunday mornings, but as we all know, things happen, life happens. It's hard to even get us into here. I know I came in like with 20 minutes to go to get this thing set up, but it's as long as we can get it done, it's great to do it and be able to provide this to you guys. It's also fun for us. So those Ford Mustang pace car lights are off, Jared, as we get ready to go back. Green flag racing here at Darlington with 63 laps as they hit the line.
Yeah, reaching front straightaway, the 04 car. Jonathan Wright down on the apron. I think he needs to let these cars by. That's why he's down on the apron, but we're going to be... Oh, I think we're on the back straightaway as well, so it's not that big of a deal. He's got time to go back. But going through 3 and 4, pace car is going to make the hard left turn down onto pit road. It's going to be David Owens and Peter Dunn. Peter Dunn right closer this time to David Owens for the initial start, but he's got Jamie Graham right behind him. He's ready to eat this field alive. But they're all on fresh tires. David Owens takes off. Jamie's right behind him.
Yeah, great job by Jamie Graham. He actually helped David on that restart, and it seemed to work out for him as he gets the run, and they take P1. Just Anthony Montgomery gets loose. He's loose, Jared. He's loose. No caution comes out for that as he hangs on. He's able to rebound and get it under control, but wow. Jared, I raced this track in the Xfinity car last week, and that is one thing that these cars have a ton of power under restart conditions. You almost can't let it wide open. You got to really baby it, throttle it to full power.
Yeah, definitely. He was trying to make the move on Peter Dunn, trying to get the power up there and maybe pull a slide job on Peter Dunn in the 14 car.
Yeah, I'm going to try to go back, see if we take another look real quick at that incident there. Yeah, he goes underneath the apron, and like you said, Jared, just gets loose. Great save. And then Matt Oppinger and Ty Killa and the rest of the field are able to get by him. But great job there by all the drivers. But over halfway with our race completed, 65 out of 120 here at Darlington Speedway. We have David Owens and that NOS Energy car leading ours right now. David Owens, one of the playoff drivers, starting to get a gap over Graham. But right now, this looks like these guys are trying to settle in for a longer green flag run. See what these boys can do. But look here at Robert Richards and Chris Smith battling it out. That's Chris Smith in the 37. But Robert Richards still has looks like he's
blocking him.
Who's blocking? 37?
I think Chris Smith is blocking Robert Richards from passing him.
We'll have to see how this develops there, Jared. Very interesting.
Yeah, it looked like Robert Richards was all over the back bumper of Chris Smith, and Chris Smith going down low, then back up, down low again, back up, and it seemed like he was blocking that run from Robert Richards to see if he does it here again. He's not even going to get the chance.
No. Looked like he kind of got down there a little bit and thought better.
But he's going to have the lane down on the apron, 99 of Robert Richards. Lucky that car didn't get unsettled there on the apron and go right around.
All right, jumping up here with Ty Killa and Alex McWhorter. Taikila racing that Toyota Supra with the anime. I can't on my, oh my goodness, I'm dating myself because I can't even say anime right, but got that cool anime. Big jump on that car, that number 24, but getting chased down by Alex McWhorter right now.
Yeah, slowly but surely, Alex McCoy is making decent progress on Taikila. Probably using a little too much tire from the way I'm watching him, but I'm not his crew chief. I don't make the calls. I don't tell them what to do. These drivers, they're good at what they do, and I'm just here watching.
And as now we're taking a look at some other drivers, the lead David Owens has is starting to get a little bit smaller as Jamie Graham and Peter Dunn are starting to reel in David.
Now, getting to their bumpers one thing, making the passes the other. We haven't really been seeing changes for the lead in green flag conditions, but this could be developing tonight.
All right, Anthony Moss Jr. after that bobble getting loose, he's now trying to make his way past Dave Kirkpatrick in that 27 car. Trying to get his way back up in every position he can to help his chances of making it into the next round of the playoffs here for the QRL.
Oh, Peter Dunn's making the move on Jamie Graham for that second position. Jamie's going to give it to him.
Great call there, Jared, as Jamie's going to get back in line behind Peter Dunn and try to settle down. But now that distance there between David and P2 has grown.
Yeah, and they still got to make one more pit stop, and I'm kind of looking at the strategies, and I'm looking at Jamie Graham's. The last 3 pit stops he had was 14 laps, 16 laps, so he probably changed tires in that after that 16 lap run. Honestly, I lied. I remember him coming down pit road and getting fresh tires, so he's got about, I want to say 30 laps on this set of tires, so they may be wearing down on him just a bit. So that probably explains why Peter Dunn was able to get around him, why he gave him the position.
Yeah, Jared, I got him coming down pit lane lap 59 and having almost a 15-second stop. So maybe he did take 4 tires there on that last pit stop.
Oh, so he did take 4 tires last time?
I'm thinking he did, because most of the field ran 14-second, 15-second pit stops.
Well, so that talking strategy here, he's used 2 sets of tires already, and he had 3 extra sets in the pit. So next time he comes down pit road, that's all the tires he gets for the rest of the race. So if we have a late race yellow, he's out of tires.
Yeah, you know what they say, Jared, it's better to, you don't want to take any home with you, but you also got to be able to manage them for that late race caution, especially when you need them here at Darlington.
Peter Dunn is making a charge on David Owens. I just saw him gain probably 0.04 of a second on David Owens just going into turn 1. Looks like David's a little loose with the way his car's been handling, especially out turn 2, and Peter just looks like a smooth operator behind that steering wheel.
Yeah, it's been great to see Peter Dunn race, especially after that making his name on that road course, but he's now been a force to reckon with, as he's taking that Canadian tire, number 14 Toyota Supra, into the playoffs here, hoping for a big, deep run for his team.
And we could be seeing these guys maybe pull away from the wall just due to that bump out of turn 2 that we hear so much about. Kind of seeing it there develop with the cars in line. Everyone kind of seems to be following suit. But we are approaching some lap traffic front of David Owens. That's Mitch Diamond finally back out on track, trying to salvage some points that he can get.
Yeah, and especially here with slower cars with this group, it's gonna be interesting to see how they get around these cars, because not a lot of room here at Darlington.
Yeah, but Mitch being in that bad incident, he's probably down on power. He'll probably go down to the apron, let these guys by, let them race it out. But Mitch Diamond running in the Friday night beer league with next gen cars. I raced on Friday night with him, Brandon Shelton, some other guys there, and let me tell you, Friday nights these guys are a hoot to race with.
Jared, I'm gonna have to go back in my time machine and find out what a hoot means, but seems like that was a fun time with the guys.
Well, all I can say is they encourage drinking and driving on Friday nights, so.
Oh my. That's, oh, we got, who is that coming down low? Vulpus gets out of the way of the leaders. I think that's what he was doing. As he is a damaged car, I think he just got down on the apron, staying out of the way as he's getting loose though on the apron. As he's trying to just keep the car on the track, making his way, getting out of the way. But great job there by Joseph. He is on a hurt car.
Yeah, Peter Dunn lost a lot of time on David Owens getting through that lap traffic.
Yeah, it's such a huge part of racing, Jared, is being able to get through lap traffic in these situations very efficiently. You know, that is the name of the game here with racing, is just trying to do everything as efficiently as you can. So there you see David did a better job than Peter, and now he has that nice, almost a second lead over him. But as we go back, check on Alex McWhorter and Matt Opplinger. Alex McWhorter looking to take over P5 from Matt as they're battling it out now.
Alex forcing him to kind of run a higher lane, going through 3 and 4, but he's running the bottom, kind of getting the momentum in the middle of the corner. But Matt Opplinger is going to have to speed out of the corner when he runs that high line. But he's going to get to that rear quarter panel. They're going to side draft down that back straightaway. Alex McWhorter's going to throw it in down on the apron, going to slide right up in front of Opplinger.
Yeah, great job there by Alex. What a set on him to pull off a move like that. I know I'd be a little timid there to do it, but maybe that's why I struggle. But that's a great job there for the 15. As Matt's going to try to battle back and get that position back a little bit later. That's Alex McWhorter taking over P5. That is your new P5 with that pass.
Well, they've got 24 laps on this set of tires and fuel tank.
Oh, Tykilla in the wall, Jared. Tykilla got in the wall there a little bit, scraping that right side real bad. Maybe Tykilla is in need of some of those tires that you're talking about.
Yeah, halfway through the run. 25 laps now. I'm going to guess it's a 47 lap run, so they're in the middle of their run now. So expect when lap 47, 46, 45 comes around on these tires. So probably lap 105 is when we can start seeing drivers. And some guys may try and pull a strategy call, maybe lap 90, do a short pit, get the track position, fresher tires. But that could pull everyone else down pit road.
Yeah, Jared, you either want to be the first car down pit road or the last, but you don't want to be right in the middle. But the sooner that car pits, that leader's going to need to, like if Dunn pitted or someone pitted early, you know, that's going to probably bring David in.
Yeah, the pit window is open right now to make it to the end of the race, but I don't see anyone making that strategy call coming down pit road.
Jamie Graham is getting closer and closer to Peter Dunn's bumper. I'll have to keep an eye on this.
Yeah, he's right to the rear bumper. Gonna be setting him up. Watching where he runs, see where he's weak at. Oh, he's gonna get to the bumper. Got really close. Peter Dunn gonna get the momentum out of turn 2. But the run's even better for Jamie Graham. Graham McGivern in the 33 going down pit road, making that strategy call. See how it works out for him. Got a lot of right side damage from getting up into the wall. But he's gonna take 4 fresh tires and fuel to make it to the end of this race.
Yeah, that's going to set up Graham. We'll see. Have to see how the lap times go and how the race continues. See if that's going to help out old Graham. But...
Oh, David Owens hitting the wall. He got up into the fence. Our leader going through 3 and 4 just slid right up into the fence. Hopefully that's not a lot of damage for our race leader, playoff contender.
It looks like not to be too bad, but he gets close again. Man, they are getting super close to that wall as these tires start to wear down.
Jamie Graham made the move on Peter Dunn there on the back straightaway as we were looking at David Owens as well. But the field is spread out here. The closest battle looks like Matt Opplinger and Ty Keela for that 6th position. Looks like the closest battle we have here on track.
Yeah, Jared, we're going right now to it as Ty Keela looks to go cross over Matt, go down underneath him. And he looks like he's going to get that position on that quarter fender as he tries to side draft off them. And he has going to have no problem making that pass.
Yeah, Matt Opplinger holding it to the bottom of the racetrack to stop diamonding the corner. Probably fighting some tire and handling issues right now. Also looks like Robert Richards and Scotty Estep for that 9th position, close together. Both have some decent damage on their cars. Don't really know how it's handling them.
You can say that again, Jared. These guys are pretty beat up, but not as bad as some of those cars further back in the pack, missing the whole nose cone. But Robert, you see him get loose there a little bit. Oh, we got knocked back into the into the side wall.
Did he save it? He saved it.
He saved it.
Gotta get off that apron though if you're try and keep her straight.
All right, Joseph Vulpes is in and leaving pit lane. He's got his set up as he's coming in there, getting 4 fresh tires.
And Jamie Graham catching our leader David Owens, saving the tires. So when we saw him let Peter Dunn by, he was saving tires. Setting up for this long green flag run. But David Owens is struggling with that car. I can see it right now getting loose out of turn 2, putting a lot of wheel in it to keep it off that wall.
Take a look at his hands here as he comes into the corner to see how much he's fighting that car. Looks like he's starting to relax, be a little bit smoother.
Yeah, and he's gonna hit the bump here right now. There's a big bump out of turn 2. It offsets the cars, kind of gets that rear wheel as David Owens gonna go down pit road. 25 laps to go. So we're gonna have a new leader, Jamie Graham. Gotta hope there's no caution coming out for this strategy to work. This can make and break the playoff run.
Great job there by David Owens as we followed him down pit road. Darlington is a very tough road to get in and out of safely and without speeding penalties, but it looked like David did a great job doing that as Robert Richards now is coming in for pit stops.
Yeah, Anthony Moss Jr. right in front of him, but it looks like Scotty Estep behind Robert Richards as well. So we are starting to see pit stops start happening as Jamie Graham's going to just start ticking down the laps and put these guys a lap down. But right behind them, the 69 car of Christopher Knott, also down pit road with Peter Dunn in the 14 right behind him. Matt Opplinger also coming down pit road. And Dave Kirkpatrick. But our leader, Jamie Graham, still out front, 6 seconds in front of Alex McCorder, who's coming down a pit road.
So if you're Jamie and you haven't pitted yet, are you just staying out as long as you can?
At this point, you're gonna have to hope you stay out and a yellow comes out. You got all these guys lapped down, gonna have them use their tires, but he's gonna make the trip down pit road this time. See him cutting down on the apron. But let's see where David Owens comes out right behind him. He's gonna have to try and get a lap back.
Ooh, Jamie came in awfully hot, almost hit the sand barrels there coming in the pit lane.
David Owens gonna get his lap back here as he passes on the racetrack. It's gonna be really important to see where these new guys come out racing for the lead. David Owens with the short pits got the tires warmed up right now. Going into turn 3. The 900 still down pit road. Not seeing any activity.
Looks like David's gonna be able to reclaim that spot pretty easily.
Yeah, the 900's leaving pit road right now, so that's the significance of this undercut. We saw it on Sunday with Kyle Larson and Ross Chastain, the undercut done there. Great call from Cliff Daniels on Sunday. Great call for David Owens today. But
And David Owens had almost a half a second faster pit stop there than Graham. Coming out of pit lane, David ran a 14.6. Graham ran a 15-second flat. So great job there by David. That was one of the fastest pit stops of the day, it looks like.
now Graham's gonna have the fresher tires, but he's 5 seconds back with 20 laps to go. He's gonna have to probably catch him, I want to say half a second each lap for even it to be significantly close. As we get a yellow.
Yellow flag is out. Looks like Chris Smith might have brought out that yellow flag, Jared. I'm going to take a look and to find out what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, Robert Richards just slides by there.
Yeah, got down on the apron in turn 2, and he just went around Peter Dunn trying to avoid, gets into the outside wall, but hard hit for Chris Smith. But we're going to have a yellow. So if you think about it, the significance, if Graham stayed out on those tires, we've had all these guys a lap down on old tires.
Peter Dunn ran over to 37 or just a little bit, Jared, on replay. Chris Smith tries to get Robert Richards, just avoids it, no problem. Not that big a deal, but unfortunately there for Chris Smith in his day.
Yeah, Peter Dunn's going to come down pit road, get that damage repaired. And Jonathan Wright's going to be the lucky dog.
So now does Jamie Graham have the advantage on Owens with that little bit of extra, fresher tires? Not a little bit. I mean, they both ran pretty long, but let's see.
Yeah, I'm going to say Jamie still has the tire advantage. I want to say he was probably 2 laps going out on track when David Owens probably had 5 lap older tires.
Yeah, it looks like, so David Owens went in on lap 96. Jamie went in on lap 99. Peter Dunn in that 14 car. Not sure if he's getting tires or not, but just came in the pit. That's lap 102. It only took a 10-second stop, so I don't think it was for tires.
Yeah, probably a little bit of fuel and some damage repaired from getting up to the fence trying to avoid Chris Smith sliding. But we see a lot of guys coming down pit road. Joe Volpes in the 98, Mitch Diamond, Robert Babcock, Graham McGivern, Chris Smith, who brought out that yellow, Sam Milliken, and Jonathan Wright in the 04.
Yeah, a lot of these drivers have massive damage to their cars, so they're just probably getting there, getting some more repairs. Looks like Robert Babcock and Graham McGriven putting on some fresh tires there as I see lefts and right sides going on. Well, Jared, fifth caution of the night, 17 laps to go here at Darlington. What do you think, Jared? Are we going to have another caution here before this night's over?
Well, I'm going to say a pretty famous statement in motorsports racing: checkers or wreckers.
That's right, Jared. Is these drivers, once again, let me bring up that playoff list just to remind everybody who we got fighting for spots right now. So Owens, that number 11 car, someone to look for right now. And then Jared, Mitch Diamond, he's not going to be running too well, but I know we got Ty Killa in the 24. He is a playoff driver starting in that P2 spot. Alex McCorder, also a playoff driver. Matt Oppinger in that 82 car, keep your eyes on him. Anthony Moss Jr. and Peter Dunn also involved. And Robert Richards going to be bringing up that fifth row. All playoff drivers. As this pace car lights are off, Jared, we're getting ready to go back green flag racing with 15 to go at the line.
Yeah, and most of the drivers: David Owens, Ty Killa, Alex McCorder, Matt Oppinger, Anthony Moss Jr., Peter Dunn, Robert Richards, and Scotty Estep are in that top 8 to advance into the round of 8 in the next 2 races after tonight. And we got 2 drivers out and 2 good drivers with a little bit of misfortune tonight. Going to be outside looking in. But if we know this league and we know these drivers are going to put on a show to try and get to the playoffs. But right now we got David Owens, a playoff driver, and Jamie Graham, newcomer from last week, trying to put a show on tonight and get the win via playoff upset. But they're going to hit the Geico restart zone for hopefully the last caution. 15 laps to go at Darlington. David Owens takes off.
And here comes Ty Killa on the outside, looking to pick up a position over that number 69 Viagra car, but the 69 is going to shut the door. Anthony Moss Jr. and Matt Oppinger battling it out side by side. Looks like they're going to get that figured out. And as 99 Richards is going to get backed up into the 14 of Dunn. Dunn's going to look on the inside as he's going to make this move on the backstretch here. Goes down on the apron a little bit. It's going to clear to Richards barely, but the 14's going to get up into the wall and scrape as Richards retakes that position. They are still battling it out side by side now, coming down the front stretch into turn 1. Oh, they're going to touch. Jared, 14's into the wall. Scotty Estep gets hammered into the front again. And here comes the 14 back with a vengeance, looking for that 99. He might be looking for blood here, Jared. It's now the
69 up front in contact. Turn 3, Ty Killa in the wall.
Oh my gosh, Jared, I have to get the replay on that one as we had action all over the track. Man. All right, Jared, I'm going to go ahead and get these replays starting up again so we can see exactly what happened. So, Ty Killa. Okay, so yellow flag came out. I'm looking for Ty Killa on Jamie. Oh, Jared, the 69 and Jamie Graham get involved, and then the 900 slides up and hits Ty Killa.
Yeah, just a little bit of wrong place, wrong time. But with 15 to go, you got to make everything work. It's Ty Killa fix going down pit road. Peter Dunn going down pit road to fix that damage from him getting up to the wall, racing against the 99.
Yeah, you got to rewind this here to see exactly what happened with the 69 and 900. All right, Jared, I am got the 969. They're battling out here. Looks like on the back stretch here at Darlington. The 69 touches the wall a little bit. The 900 sliding up just ever so lightly, but it's enough that he taps. They get touched, and it sends basically a 900 in front of the 69, and they both collide. That's going to send the 900 now into the lap of Tykilla. Tykilla gets hit into the side and pancakes the outer wall. Okay, very well. And then I'm going to take a look here at Peter Dunn as this action was happening. Is just as the yellow comes out, that was going to be a great battle. So keep your eyes on that as we go back to live racing. Woo! All right, Jared, 12 to go here.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be 10 to go when we actually go back green flag racing. But the battle's heating it up here. 10 to go. It's the playoffs. Everyone's itching for every spot they can get, every point they can get. And let me just say, it's going to be hard to finish this race with a 0x and get those 2 bonus points.
Bonus points? Come on, Jared.
Yeah, you get bonus point for leading a lap, leading the most laps, starting on pole.
If you're not getting any incident points in a race, then you're not trying hard enough.
All right. We'll save that to your Road America race.
Hey now, that was a record. I got a certificate in the mail from iRacing.
Yeah, that's not a good record to have. But it could be worse. You could be Kevin LePage at Talladega.
Oh my.
I'm surprised they didn't put that on NASCAR's top moments from 75 years.
All right, Jared, let's take a look at some of these pit strategies. Let's take a look and recap what's going on here. Top 10. Everybody's kind of on the same page. Looks like Bright. Right came in. Right came in lap 108. Took a long time to get some repairs done.
Yeah, and Peter Dunn's gonna line up right behind the 99. But the pace car lights are off. We're gonna be racing this time by with 9 to go when we reach the green flag, and there's probably gonna be some rivalries tonight.
Yeah, keep your eyes on the 14 and 99, like you said, Jared, and then you got the 900 and Tykilla next to each other also. So get ready, hold on to your seats, tighten up those seatbelts as we get ready to go green flag racing here with 9 to go here at Darlington for the first round of the QRL playoff series. They're starting to get tightened up here. 900 actually touches the 69 there before the pace car even leaves. But as they get buttoned up, tightened up, David Owens is going to lead them back to the Geico restart line, Jared. And here they go. Pace car's off, entering Geico restart zone. David's going to get them in line. And away he goes, Jared. Light bulbs are flashing here at Darlington as these fans are up on their feet, standing room only.
5 get single file while Robert Richards and Alex Hopplinger are racing side by side. Peter Dunn not even in the picture to get to the 99's rear bumper. A little bit of smoke from the 900 getting to the 69 rear's bumper. And the 69 up in the wall.
Oh, they're both in the wall. Trouble, that is Alex McCourt's trying to find a way around. That's going to stack up the field behind him.
3-1 into turn 1. Alex McCourt down on the
They're not going to get this figured out, Jared, or are they? Oh, they say Robert Richards saves it.
8 laps to go, and David Owens almost has a 2-second lead. He is loving this and is running away.
Oh, yeah, he's probably got a huge smile on his face as he's looking out the rearview mirror. Old David Owens. But I'm not sure if these guys are going to be able to get to the white flag the way they're racing back here further back in the pack. With Christopher Knott leading the way of this backpack. He's running P4, but Tykilla and Robert Richards just slams the door on Tykilla, trying to hold off Anthony Moss Jr. and Tykilla with that damaged race car. Oh, as Opplinger gets in a wall, you can see Mitch Diamond or Christopher Knott get out of the way of that.
Yeah, Anthony Moss Jr. I think has fresh tires, or fresher tires than the people in front of him. He's making a hard charge. So he's going to be getting a run on the 99, going down the front straightaway, trying to get that 5th position. He's going to try and take it into turn 1.
Side by side. Oh, Richards there shuts the door, gets him in some dirty air. But no match for Anthony. Oh, Anthony's going to lose it. It's going to save it. Almost hits that inner wall. Comes back on the track. No worse for wear. Like he's done it before. What a save there by Anthony Moss Jr.
Yeah, and Alex McCorder made that pass on Jamie Graham for P2. He's going to have to try and make the hard job with 5 laps to go on David Owens.
Battle right now. It seems.
Cruz.
Oh, Richards just shut the door. Anthony Moss Jr. again down the backstretch. We're gonna have to see how this pans out, Jared, with these two. As Richards is up in the wall, you can see the smoke off the concrete barrier. As Anthony Moss has to run on Richards. Can he make it stick though? Cuts his nose off. Anthony able to make that pass. Great job there by Anthony. As he takes over P5. With 4 laps to go.
Now he's going to make the move on Christopher Knott. Tykilla get up into the wall. He's going to lose a lot of momentum in a lot of spots on the racetrack. As Anthony Moss Jr. is on the rear bumper of Christopher Knott in that Viagra car.
Anthony Moss Jr. makes short work of that number 69.
3 laps to go, and David Owens has a 3-second lead, and unless Alex McCorry can make 3 seconds up.
Dunn and Richards are back at it again as Dunn throws a block on Richards, shuts the door on the low line, and now we got to keep eyes on this one, Jared. Two laps to go at the line. Next time around, the white flag's gonna be thrown. But that might have been enough for Peter Dunn to get away, as Richards is having trouble catching back up. But your leader right now, there's David Owens coming in on the white flag. He's looking for that white flag. He can take a big, deep sigh as long as he gets through it. There is the white flag. The next flag is official. If it's yellow or checkers, this race is official. As David Owens sends it off into turn 2. Our battle right now, though, is between Matt Opplinger right now and Christopher Knott for P7.
6/10 of a mile left to go for David Owens as he enters turn 3. Alex McCord, the closest competition, 2 seconds behind him. Coming out of turn 4 from Mobile, Alabama, it is David Owens locking himself in to the round of 8 at Darlington.
Richards and Christopher Knott get into it each other. Neil Richards is going to lose it right before the start-finish line. Into the inner barrier. He's going to lose lots of positions as Knott holds on to keep it.
He does.
Oh my goodness. Robert Richards, great race, but little bit aggressive there, but he's trying to get every position he can. All right, Jared, I got to rewind this thing and get another look at this finish.
I don't know. I feel like we're going to have a smoke show from David Owens. I don't know if you want to skip to that quite yet. He's on the front straightaway.
All right, let me get David Owens.
Oh, don't hit. Oh, there he goes.
All right, so David Owens is your first playoff driver to make it into the next round with that win. His fate is sealed into the second round.
So yeah, let's go back to that last lap.
All right, we're gonna go back to that last lap. Let me get this thing queued up. See exactly what took place, but all right. So between Robert Richards and the 04, it's very Ross Chastain like, except the 04 was able to survive. Oh no, not Ross Chastain like. It's more like Kyle Larson and John Hunter Nemechek from the Xfinity Series. Exactly like that. As the 04 continues on, Robert Richards gets into the wall, doesn't cross the start finish line, unfortunately, as Sam Milliken passes him and the rest of the field passes him. That is unfortunate for Robert. And then, Jared, did you see anything else happen there on that last lap that we need to take a look at?
No, I was just looking to see what happened. Just sent it into the middle, 3 and 4, made door contact with Jonathan Wright, and he just could not collect it. Spun out, unfortunately, costing him a lot of spots, finishing P10.
Yeah, I also want to take Peter Dunn did a great job shutting the door on Robert. It was pretty nice job, and then Robert just didn't seem to be able to get it going after that block by Peter, but I think Peter owed Robert one there on that. But great race in there tonight. Congratulations to David Owens, as this is our first playoff race here for the Xfinity Series, Jared.
Yeah, and did not disappoint with the action we saw on track. Really good show. A lot of hard hits for playoff drivers today, so they got a lot of work to try and make up to get into the next round of the playoffs.
Let me see if I can get the results from today's race. There we go. That's it. All right, so we take a look here. I'll have this on board. I'm going to bring up our playoff drivers so everyone can kind of see where everyone's standing right now after this race, and kind of take a look at who's in. Remember, Nathan Maurer was a no-show, so was Brandon Shelton, so they're going to have a lot of work to do, but I don't feel too nervous about those two. They've picked up a lot of wins this season, so they are hoping they won't have a problem with the remaining 2 races in this round, but they have a lot of work to do. And Alex McWhorter, great job with that P2. Andy Moss Jr., racing hard all race, was able to pick up a P3. Peter Dunn is fighting for every part of the track he can, picks up that P4 position. 5th is going to be Jonathan Wright. 6th, Christopher Knott. 7th was Matt Alpinger. 8 was Tykilla. 9, Scotty Estep. 10, Graham McGriven. Great race there by him. Dave Kirkpatrick gets a P11. Great job. Robert Richards, after that incident in the last turn, is going to finish P12. Not too bad for what happened. Chris Smith's going to pick up P13. Sam Milliken, playoff driver. Not the race he wanted to see. Joseph Volpus, also playoff driver, in P15. Jamie Graham, Robert Babcock, and Mitch Diamond with that huge accident in the middle of the race, 24 laps down. That's pretty unfortunate for him. I know he's going to look to bounce back next race. And then Terry Murphy going to finish 93 laps down in P19.
All righty, Kev, it's that time of the show. We got 7 drivers here in the booth. So since there's so many of you, I'm going to interview you and just tell me how your race went and do your shout outs. We're going to try and keep this quick. So I'm going to start with the first person, Alex McWhorter. Man, P2, 2 seconds behind. Of course, you got caught up in traffic playing around with the last 8 laps there to go, but great comeback. You were kind of running midfield. Made it through a lot of wrecks, got up to the fence a couple times, but looked like he had a really solid day and a really good points paying day to keep going in the playoffs.
Yeah, man, thanks. I appreciate it. I honestly didn't think I was going to make it even in for the race. Ended up having to do a full reinstall of iRacing at about, I don't know, 9:05. I got in to do 1 lap of qualifying and my brake pedal was sticking, so the first stint, actually the first 2 stints, I was running with with my toes trying to grab the brake pedal. So once we got that sorted out, car was actually fast. I was, got some practice laps in and started to work my way up. And yeah, that last restart, the 900 and the 69 were just running into each other. So I just threw the most giant Hail Mary dive bomb into one and made that stick and just ran out of laps trying to run down David, but I'm sure he was backing off pace to save just in case and try not to make a mistake. But Overall, pretty good race. Shout out to you guys for broadcasting. Shout out to my buddies watching, and yeah, move on to week 2 of the playoffs.
Well, good luck to you for the rest of the playoffs and the rest of the run. You got to have a really good season going. Hopefully, a lot more P2 finishes to come, and maybe a win to lock yourself in.
Yeah, P1 would be pretty nice instead of these second places I keep finding myself in, but not too mad about it.
Yeah, well, one person that might be a little upset with his finish, Anthony Moss Jr. Started on pole, had a bad fast race car in that first stint. Heard he had a little bit of damage, got it repaired, lost track position. Saw that massive wreck in turn 2, that our first yellow, I believe, or second yellow, I believe. But tell me how your race went, man.
Well, from out the gates, it was going great. I was saving tires real well on the first run. I was feeling good, but you know me, I got to put it in the wall at least once in the race, and that second time doing it really hurt that right front, so I had to come in and take them optionals, and I just couldn't really battle back. I had cold tires on that restart. I spun out. I'm just glad I didn't take anybody else out or myself. I don't know how I didn't, but I'm glad I kept it together, and I'll take third. I can't complain about it. I shout line to line out. I appreciate all they do for me.
Yeah, you had a really good race car and really good show and a great redemption. We were calling it out, and you had a really good race, man.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all.
David Owens, I'm going to skip you since you won the race, so you're not that important. I'm going to go over to Joe Volpis. Joe, unfortunate you were caught up in that massive incident. Mitch Diamond getting spun around, kind of put you into the outside wall, nowhere to go, and you were just scavenging for as many points as you could get for the majority of the race. But I have to ask, before the wreck, how'd your car feel, man?
Well, before the wreck, on the first corner of the first lap, I did something really dumb, and I felt like I didn't turn at all and just put it straight into the fence to start the race. But after that, the car was, I don't know if it was because when I got in the wall, it had like 30 seconds of optionals, before the big wreck. I don't know if that just made the car extremely loose, because it was just terrible coming off the corners. It wasn't doing that in practice, so I started dropping back, and then the wreck happened then on the restart, and just nowhere to go, which was unfortunate. But the bright side, the silver lining of everything is, some other playoff guys had some trouble, and I took a peek at the points, and I'm pretty much right on the cut line right now. So considering what happened tonight, I can't be too disappointed about, coming out with, the damage I had and being on the cut line after the first race. So could have been better, but at least we're still in the hunt.
Yeah, a lot of people not in the playoffs, so at least you can say you're in the playoffs. You got any final shout-outs here before we move on to Peter Dunn?
I just wanted to thank you and Kevin for doing the broadcasting on CAVOK. Great broadcast as usual. I want to thank Kevin also for doing the broadcast last night for BTT. That was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, Kevin does it all, and he definitely needs, as what we would call in dirt racing, seat time to make these broadcasts better. But as we go on, Peter Dunn running up in the top 5. Almost looked like there was a little bit of a rivalry brewing there between you and Robert Richards, but I won't go into that. We'll try and keep the tempers out of the booth, but you had a strong race car, man. Did it kind of help winning at the road course at Watkins Glen to kind of carry some of that knowledge over to Darlington?
Yeah, I found I was pretty strong, especially through 3 and 4, which was a tricky one. It's probably similar to like the road course. I was using the brake, doing some trail braking. I was making up time on a lot of people through there. So yeah, the road course definitely helped. But like you said, the second half of the race, the 99 was a little bit of an issue, to say the least. Put me in the fence a few times, so I had to pit for damage, and was able to storm back through in the last 10 laps, I think it was, from the last caution to the end there, and bring it back into the top 5.
Yeah, it's going to look well for you going into the next race of the round of 12. You got any strategies into making it to the top 8?
Well, I'll do what I did at the beginning of this race. It seemed to work, is basically follow the 11. Whatever he was doing today was working, and for the first half of the race, the plan was following through. So maybe I'll try that again at the next one and try and stay out of trouble in the second half of the races.
Any final shout outs from you, Peter, to close out before we go over to 24 Taikila?
Yeah, shout out to you guys. The coverage has been great. Great commentary. And to all the guys racing, they're good, hard races. They're a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks to everyone.
Alrighty, we heard it there from our veteran road course ringer, Peter Dunn, as Ty Keelan in the 24 in what Kevin Kyle calls the anime car. How'd your race go there, Ty?
It was quite the interesting race. It was really fun though. It's not a track I'm very familiar with, so getting used to going down low and getting high in the turns, that was quite interesting. And yeah, the road course helped a little bit, but yeah, it was fun. You know, it's race of survival as always for me. So didn't quite survive at the end there, but that was a great racing by everyone. That was a really fun race.
And do you have any final shout outs here before we go over to our race winner?
Yeah, I got a few. You guys at the broadcast in the booth, you guys are killing it, doing a great job. Great commentary as always, and thanks for showing up. Shout out to our winner, David. Great job. Just destroyed the field there. Alex, always fun racing with you, man. And my teammate there, Anthony, great racing, man. You did a great job getting back after that damage and getting back on that podium spot. So, yeah, and everyone else in the field, great race.
Alrighty, finally, I guess I have to do this since it's my job. David Owens, your race winner at Darlington.
Don't sound so enthusiastic, Jared.
Hey, I just get paid here to talk.
I appreciate it. To be honest, I'm actually surprised I got the win tonight. I'm not very good at Darlington, so my key plan for all night was just to keep the fenders on it. So that was the plan, to keep the fenders on it, and I did it. And I just lucked up and was able to have the cautions that we had at the end fall my way, luckily, and just work out the way it did. So now we go on through this round of playoffs, not having to worry about anything.
Yeah, I kind of can mess around with some maybe strategies that wouldn't be comfortable for some guys needing all the points they can get. You can definitely make those I don't really know what the word is. Long shot calls, I guess, is what I'll call it.
Absolutely, take the gamble when needed. So we got 2 good 1.5 coming up, so I feel like we can do that there. And just want to give y'all a quick shout out in the broadcast booth. Y'all do this week in and week out. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that shows up week in and week out, and got to give a shout out to one of my #1 fans out there that watches as well, Chris Asher. Watches the broadcast as well as my stream week in and week out. So gotta love the supporters.
Well, before I throw it back up to Kev in the booth, I see we got race control, Jax Duval. Anything you want to say from our race control tower?
Nah, good race. Just got to get better at throwing the cautions, and we'll get it down next week.
Well, we're glad you're here. Seeing those slides definitely was a decent call to make, even though they kind of saved it. But you'll get there, man. I mean, NASCAR has a big button. They push it a lot. So I feel like you're doing good with throwing the yellows. But
Appreciate
Kevin,
it. Thank you.
back up to you in the booth.
Thank you there, Jared. Appreciate your hard work down there on pit lane with the winner's circle there. I know it's a far walk for you there, Jared, but glad you can make it down there and back up. But yeah, these are the results here for tonight, here for the first race of the season of the playoffs is what I meant. But yeah, thank you guys for everyone watching. Make sure you guys remember our broadcast schedule. I might be doing the truck races on Tuesday. I'm going to try. Just depends on how busy I am. And then Sunday mornings, catch the Bonfire Premier Cup Series. And that's going to be 7 o'clock in the morning Western time. That's when that comes on. CAVOK Network. Sunday has Sunday Night Skippies, and that's around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock Pacific. And then Monday nights with our Alpha Touring Car with Pim and Charlie. They do a great job on Mondays. So we have your needs all covered here at CAVOK Racing. And just a shout out to everyone watching. We appreciate the views and the likes. It's what keeps us doing this, and glad everyone enjoys it. And signing off here at Darlington. Everyone have a great night. God bless, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Yeah, buddy.